it's going to be a bit more random. It does kind of maybe fill me with some doubt as to whether or not ENCE are going to be at their complete A game. I think this game actually will be an indicator as to how much of that is well-founded. And so we get ourselves started with a pistol. Now it's dispatched towards the connector, nading off the door on the pistol round. That's interesting. 3 starting towards the B side, and SunPayus takes first contact with a little spot towards the fountain position, but 4 members of fnatic about to crawl through this connector position. NERTZ has been overlooked. He's been overlooked. The whole team's walked past him, and he's going to unload the dual Berettas. So only one humbled now. Deha one back. Advantage for the CTs, but for how long? They're up towards the toilet position. Rotate's going to be quick here on Overpass. And the T-smoke's used.
This might have to settle in. So denying the space right now, regrouping.
He's not pushing that, is he? He did.
Oh, Snappy straight through. No. He's hearing these steps. Definitely so. So guaranteed this will be the A finish.
SunPayus poised and collects the headshot necessary. It's Roy to fall finally. And just the one casualty. That really worked out wonderfully for ENCE.
Can't believe they just walked past that clearing, especially after the door gets blown off. You think that your Feckles might be up a little bit.
True.
Worried about that type of aggression, but staying silent. fnatic get caught off guard, and the pistol round will falter. Here it is again. 3 players just slinking on by. Only one on the dual Berettas, but the information, that was the key. Nice little shot there. There is the P2K coming back into a bit of fashion.
What do you reckon the plan was? Say they got up connected. That was just going to be kind of a snake into the A site?
Yeah, see how much space that you're able to take, because sometimes well, not sometimes, a lot of teams like to start 4-1 on the pistol. 4 players over towards B. We're going to get a lot of action out towards long. The Glock train will deal with SunPayus. They're able to scavenge themselves at MP9. And this round is all about damage. So back and forth they go as they ping-pong between the sites.
Yeah, NERTZ has already taken long toilets, though, so he'll be able to very quickly call that it's clear. And so Snappy and Deha likely going to pivot back to the potential of behind them.
Might be a little bit worried here if I'm Deha. We've already given up 1. It might be another going to the wayside. At defensive smokes are well placed, and he's able to position himself now over towards B. So
not
great
interested
work
at
from
all.
the pole. Yeah, good heads-up play considering the circumstances. They have lost track and walking through smokes again.
But it leads to it.
He won't believe this. No, he will not believe this at all. Hi!
2 down. Gone the Glock round. An MP9 falls into enemy hands.
They could plant. Just have to get past Snappy.
Yeah, but that's not easy. Snappy's got that AUG, and it's getting awkward. Awkward, perhaps. KRIMZ has got himself the weapon now. 3 dead. I mean, the plant doesn't seem particularly likely now. Oh. Fired off shot on the short side. Yeah, and found out by Madden. But yeah, a bit costly for ENCE. They won't necessarily be too happy with that. Great
damage indeed. They were able to scavenge back that AUG by the looks of things. And SEO put out a tweet today talking about the AUG and Krieg use coming out from this ENCE side. I was in deathmatch server this morning, and all of the ENCE boys were kind of filtering through. And NERTZ jumps in, and he's deathmatching with the Krieg. And I saw him in the shot. I said, NERTZ, you were trolling, right? He's like, no. So expect a lot of that.
He said it in the interview, yeah. He's expecting to see more of them. We just saw Bro with an ace on the P90. Monty in particular seemed fond of that one.
Yeah, really just brutalizing the Greyhound lads. Both Vertex and Greyhound, the Australian representation, eliminated from the tournament. But we are into the rifles, and let's see. Can fnatic make good on that full Glock eco damage? See this railing and the potential boost come into play.
Doesn't seem like you're getting much off of that boost in terms of info. I've seen multiple teams erected.
Yeah, once the door's smoked off, I think that completely removes their options. But pop and go, flashes are in. Dexter finds the entry. KRIMZ has found another, and B open for business. That'll be the round.
Damn, all 3 of the defenders empty-handed in that one. And Dexter, the pointy end.
Conversation immediately turns to the hunt. Can they hold on to these 2 upgraded rifles? SunPayus and NERTZ hoping to hold on to these. 35 seconds remaining on this bomb by the looks of things.
I mean, that is a dream, isn't it? If every T round could be that efficient, you'd be laughing.
Well, we've only had 1 Overpass played throughout IEM Sydney so far, and that was the game we covered off yesterday with FaZe. Now, a lot of takeaways for me was rarely seeing the teams go towards A. It was a lot of plays towards the B side, a lot of waiting out the early smoke walls, and then just trading out efficiently.
Did you kind of come to any conclusions as to the potential whys?
Not really, no. I think 1 game of the sample size, less than ideal. But also, this is a map where we would talk about the AWP heaven. And in the lesser rounds, where the economy obviously can be a little bit more stringent, containing players getting out the... key missed piece of utility there.
Poor Dia didn't even get to use his shotgun. Had it in the perfect angle for that fight if he'd have been aware and turned around, but was so convinced there'd be a multifaceted approach coming in from Monster as well, so didn't get to pull the trigger. Big win for fnatic. Let's see how this second round goes with the guns. Messi yet to frag. Relieved of that burden that is leadership. Afro fires off a warning shot, cops a heavy amount of damage, finished off nicely. It's Snappy with some proactive MP9 work. He's been brought down though by KRIMZ to keep it all even Stevens.
And Diha just moved up close towards the monster pipe in case of an explosion through, and as these smokes start to fade, information could be flowing in favor of ENCE. Madden has taken another glance out towards short and has met some resistance, but this fight for Roy upper bathrooms. That is a great head-to-head to win against Nerds. See how we'll grab one back, and well, they're heading towards B. They need to grab that bomb in this 3-on-3.
Looks like Roy might be tasked with that, or KRIMZ as well towards that monster.
Look at the gamble. They're going to keep the aggression.
We saw him. Saw him. Confirmation. Aggression. Madden. And even Diha spotted as well. I don't know if Mezzi's considered this, though. This reposition from Madden. Very threatening, limits Mezzi's options. KRIMZ, however, taking down Diha. Madden keeps it level. If anything, maybe favoring the CTs. Look at their health. Roy and KRIMZ still hits the shot. Madden caught out by the spray, a well-controlled spray. And KRIMZ, he certainly seems to be having a good day in the office. 7 so far, and in this round alone, 3.
Stiff breeze would easily knock over Roy and KRIMZ, so have to make sure they don't line up to SunPayus' AUG available. And as mentioned, he was gambling and has stayed somewhat close towards this B bomb site. He can respond immediately to the plan.
2 smokes. Yeah, I was wondering if they'd use him. Molly as well, but he's ahead of it. He's not covered. Looking the wrong way. Punching in the code. Roy somehow gets away from the first spray. Heard him drop.
ENCE campers. Look, Madden can really set the tone for the entire team. So a bit of a talisman in that regard. Off to a good start, and that was very jarring. It's quite clear that ENCE want to just continue to fight, right? They don't want to give away too much space, and Madden made that clear. And, well, here's how this one kicked off. Snappy with the follow-through on that HE. A good aggression there from Diha, and fantastic from SunPayus. This was all facilitated because he was gambling close. He was ahead of what was expected for fnatic, and they will steal away a lovely little 1-on-2, forcing international squad, well, they're both international squads, into a tactical timeout, the first of map number 1.
Yeah, it's a tough death as well for Afro, and it's a tough round loss for KRIMZ, thinking about all that hard work he put in. Empty-handed off the end of it. And it's Keekta on the mic, taking a timeout.
I think it is a very important round to follow through. Now, both teams are deciding to equip the AWPs for their snipers. Afro on one side, SunPayus on the other. If you are fnatic going into this, there is real reason for a timeout. You can rip this one away from ENCE, knowing that they have minimum loss bonus into the next, and that was going to put them in force and then eco territory, which is quite dire. So a big round coming up for fnatic if they can crack through. 1 defuse kit in play on Nert, so keep that in mind if we are in a post-plant scenario. Molly missed again. Space will be taken quite quickly. Afro searching, will find the first find, so an opener for the Frenchman.
Yeah, it's a big contribution with that T-side AWP. He's taken down his rival. SunPayus gone.
So what's the response? Madden having to rotate back from B here to fill the gap of A. Nerds in connector, Diha and Snappy trying to anchor down towards that B bomb site. And Madden, how much space does he want to take? So worried about mid and long. Trying to kick up a bit of a fuss, but here they come.
Yeah, this is the perfect call. Madden, he's going to be tucked in. It's about the clears. Roy successful, finds his head. Nerds, considering his options, actually looks to be saving. Snappy's not moving, Diha the same. Seems like ENCE have accepted defeat in this one, trying to keep the losses to a minimum.
An advised decision, and again we asked the question, same as we did when fnatic won their previous round, do they want to hunt? Do they want to try and rip away a couple of these rifles, considering the loss bonus circumstances that we just discussed? So with 1,400 about to come into that bank balance, you can add that onto the reserves of the ENCE players. No, it's only really Nerds with a residual cash of 750.
Very important save then.
Yes. And it doesn't look like fnatic could be getting close to removing all of these. Nerds is the only one susceptible right now.
It's not a fantastic angle, is it? Is his head going to be poking out? No, they're pretty content with connector. They'll leave it there, and so ENCE... Oh, they do lose Diha. It was Diha peeking out just to the last second. That's a frustrating one to concede.
Yeah, he only had a FAMAS, but still would have been better than nothing. So Diha to give that one away. Less than ideal. get a tactical timeout this time from Saul, the boss man. That's to confer with the brain trust of Snappy. Work out how far can they make these two rifles go.
What a luxury for Keita. He gets to chat to the boys back to back.
And you know that it is very likely with the loss bonus that they're going to force buy, right? That is the standard approach, especially on the CT side. 1400, we have nothing. We may as well shove all in. And MP9 has been dropped from Nerds. That will be landing in the hands of Diha. And we've already seen how they've made those work quite proficiently. So this is a sky-high version.
Yeah, 2 club mollies so far.
That's a very important kill for Roy. Just it takes away any real risk of them being able to retake, right? If, you know, damage done and a kill in that position, then maybe there's a chance for ENCE to give this one a look in, but not to be.
Yeah, no fun for Diha. That FAMAS lost in the last second now leads him just a deagle into this one. Maybe he can make it work. There's a successful molly this time. 3rd time the charm, it seems, and maybe inspired by Vitality.
I saw this yesterday with Apex to great success, but it was paired up with short aggression simultaneously. It doesn't appear to be the case for ENCE right now, but we do see the sprawl of fnatic over towards A. They've got a lot of room over towards long as Madden calling short clear.
Surely that leads the pair of them to cheat over. They both are maneuvering. Snappy activating. So this fnatic push, the jig is up.
Yeah, they're not boxed in just yet. Now, there's only one smoke available for the CTs to block, and that's on Snappy out of position. And silent as the night, fnatic are very close to exploding.
Oh, warning shot fired, 5-7 heard. Pressure from KRIMZ in the toilets. Nerds has caught him. Roy, however, has opened the sight. A double kill on that AK entry. It's Dexter that puts the cherry on top. Call that one done.
Yeah, good pack roll mentality there, and also exploiting long, knowing that unlikely for there to be an AWP play. There was a scope, however, in the hands of the Org, but out of position Snappy, and now looking to save yet again. So dealing with a very important round. fnatic may have broken through as Diha showing stylish dig. It's always very rewarding. Now looking for a little bit more damage here, maybe even trying to scavenge away a rifle and have to push through. Diha by the in-game leader Dexter. And as we've heard discussed, if fnatic do win this, they'll be joining the likes of JKS as the other Australian representation in the arena. No hope for Greyhound and Vertex, who have both already been eliminated. But for Dexter and JKS to have that opportunity to play in front of the home crowd, it's something that they haven't had the opportunity to do for 4 years. It's crazy how quick those 4 years really flew by since last time we were here.
I'm looking at this lower bracket for the group. Lin Vision Cloud9 duking it out, and saw Monty earlier today knocking out Greyhound. Who do you think's the leading candidate for that lower bracket run?
Out of those 3 teams currently?
Yeah.
If we throw Complexity in the mix there as well.
Monty, Complexity, and then, yeah, Cloud9.
I would say Cloud9, but this is the thing. I've been high on Cloud9 the entire time, and they've had, I would say, underwhelming results. I know in more recent time they've had a slightly better form, but consistency is king in Counter-Strike.
Oh, that's not gone to plan.
No, that's just a USP, so Madden won't get anything else done with it. We're continuing to aim map. Just the Org of Snappy to find now.
No skin. That's how little he's been previously paying attention to the AUG. And you know where he typically plays. I think if we know, it's likely that their opponents are likely considering the same. As he crab walks his way through the tunnel, Mezzi's containing that push, where he is taking glances towards this tunnel.
The bomb may actually head over towards B, so Snappy has a window of opportunity to be quite disruptive here.
Yeah, Afro spots him out, and some damage inflicted there, finished off by Dexter. He's actually been in the feed an awful lot to start us off. Dexter, top of the scoreboard as it stands, 8 frags.
Well, this is 4 already on the T side of Overpass, so we are learning. If we just use the maths from MR15 and then apply that over to MR12 and assume it could play out in a similar fashion, but then you have the ramifications of CTs of getting broken after winning pistol, and yeah, there's a lot that we have to learn still.
Oh, for sure, but I mean, 4 rounds definitely not to be sniffed at. And Afro, he's looking to make it a fifth.
2 openings on the AWP towards A.
Oh, not ready for this, though. Not ready for this guy. It's SunPayus leaping down from the top rope. Does get the trade. Afro, a second frag. And SunPayus kept humble. Just the one frag on that forward position. Had to do something. Nice. That's quick from Snappy. He's got a strong arm on him as well for an underhand. Gets that one down. The front of the site will probably delay fnatic. You don't really want to be walking into the unknown of that smoke.
It's very contained for the moment, and considering the utility that fnatic have available to finish, they do need to make sure that they wait out this risk.
Yeah, I say that. They are going to burrow into it. Try and... Oh my god, Afro.
Good patience.
Yeah, rewarded. Drops a good one.
D-Hart will have to try and hold on to this A1S. You can see him coming over, a little bit inquisitive, and has been called off, so we won't see him give this one an attempt. It's 5 now for fnatic, so I would say more than enough done. Coming up next is the map choice of ENCE. It will be Anubis. Map they've shown great proficiency on.
Yeah, Desk discussing it, calling it a bit of a must-win for fnatic on Overpass. I guess that's a statement of their opinions on the Anubis of ENCE. So far, so good, most definitely for fnatic. Great round there from Afro on the AWP. And yeah, all of his frags so far have been a part of those openings. We saw him take down SunPayus in the AWP head-to-head, and this one with a nice multi-kill. Yeah,
and this is critical in the sense that there is the discussion about the AWP and is less powerful. Only time is really going to tell with a lot of this. We, as human beings, like to jump to a lot of early conclusions. And with the game presumably going to take a lot of time to get where it needs to be. This is still just one of the early builds on release. So,
yeah, I wonder how much of that is just related to the nuance in the way AWPing is different in CS2 to do with that. And I'm no expert.
Oh. Yeah, under a lot of pressure.
He gets one. Shot down by Roy. Aggressive again, doing a lot of this shooty bang bang is Roy.
Well, rerouting and not biting is ENCE. 3 players have stayed put over towards B. It is just SunPayus responding to any threat on the A bomb site for now. There is more than enough utility for fnatic to end cleanly. Molly barrels, heaven smoke, flashes as well. But again, this pack roll and contact. This could get out of hand.
It certainly could. I mean, we know just the power of the 5-7 in close range. Just like that. Just like that. It's Madden with 3. Afro all alone. His teammates ripped out of the server by Madden. And this is just a partial buy. ENCE not putting all of their eggs into this basket, but it still seems like fnatic have cracked. Afro! Oh, it's not far off the mark. 2 were swinging him, though. And a secured round for ENCE. That will turn the tables.
That one's going to come with a level of frustration for fnatic, but we talk about them being the oldest team here, and they seem to be quite mature about their approach and the way that they handle the game in these type of moments. So I don't expect that to unravel them too much, but that is the type of round. I was discussing the util. Obviously, they didn't want to give away their position with too much telegraph utility, but they could have made their life a whole lot easier. They've contacted into lesser weaponry, and the fact that Madden has made mincemeat of them in that moment makes it look a little bit silly. I think we've just heard another missed molly over towards the T stairs. SunPayus' AWP will sound off. Good information to work with for fnatic. KRIMZ out the short pipe. Mezzy with the connector space. And due to Roy being on his lonesome towards A, he hasn't really sprung into action. Dexter has 2 kills immediately. KRIMZ has grabbed another. The B bomb site down.
Just like that. I mean, SunPayus is going to give it a look in. It looked like he was maneuvering that way, but instead just going to be posted up for anyone that dares try and get under heaven.
That'll happen in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, I know. It's something KRIMZ and Dexter have been pretty handy at so far. Walking into this B bomb site.
Well, they've had a harder time against the MP9s and lesser weaponry than they have against the full gun rounds of ENCE. So the 6th round feels almost destined, and that is 50% of the rounds in the first half.
Damn, yeah, that's quite the T-haul. And even with a couple of fumbles in there.
Exactly.
You know, that 5-7 round, I'd even perhaps, you know, that round where KRIMZ got 3, and then the SunPayus 1v2.
You're going to be over the moon with the amount of gun rounds that you've actually been able to accrue. The fact that you lost the pistol and you still find yourself 6-4 up at this juncture. It's doing what he can to try and hold on to this AK-47. Now pressuring, SunPayus will grab one Mezzy to remove Nertz, and can they hunt him down? The Spaniard will survive, so banks his orb.
Yeah, not easy to fit in the safety deposit box.
No, I think he has to pay extra.
Yeah. Folds it up.
Now, if you are interested in that secondary stream game, it's been brought to you by Mac and Jim over there at twitch.tv/SLCSB. I hope that's correct.
I think so.
And the opening map between Lin Vision and Cloud9, an elimination match, is Anubis. That is the choice of Lin Vision.
For the second. Sheesh, okay, Afro. He's making a strong case for the AWP on this first half. That is an all-in position right now from Nertz. He can't really leave either. He knows there's a potential for someone to be above him, especially now he's fired off the shots. He's taken down Mezzy and gone away. Not bad.
Well, they're coming for him quite quickly.
Look at this, though. Madden. Oh, nice work from Nertz. This is his round right now. Doubles his frag total. Some heavy fragging contributions. Nice find. Shuts down fnatic and looking to tie up this game. You want to at least leave with 6 on your CT side. KRIMZ might have something to say about it. He's got 60 seconds, but the bomb under ENCE rule. Good find on the first, but a whole lot more ahead of him if he wants to even dream of it.
Mr. Snuffleupagus, I guess, there.
Yeah, someone left it.
I want to be having a really bad day. There'd be a lot of tears. Where's my helmet?
Yeah. Oh God, no! You know they'd just they'd find him from the shops.
Do they have air tags in them these days?
Probably.
Or?
Actually, would be quite smart.
Especially if it's the favorite.
Yeah.
Dead. Nertz.
That's around.
Great impact and necessary after Afro found yet another opener on the AWP. Currently been involved in 4 opening exchanges, has converted 3 of them, and 3 of them have been on the big green. So, as we mentioned at the start of this, AWPing on Overpass, synonymous, and it is good to see the Frenchman making it work.
Yeah, nice play around that smoke. This is the new smoke plays, as opposed to it being a one-way. It's just him crouching around the very edge of it, getting that information safely. Hard to spot him. Successful mollies now, ENCE they've tightened it up. Forces a smoke out of Roy on his progressions. A T-smoke obscures the view. Nertz trapped in con.
I think they might be feeling it's going to be a B play here, ENCE. We've seen fnatic run something quite similar to this in the early stages, especially with the extinguish over towards connector and pipe. So that is going to tell me if I'm ENCE that, hey, they might be going for a B explode. But that isn't the case. So the rotation back, they've given up all the A space, ENCE, they've dropped back towards the site. fnatic doesn't know this. SunPayus lining up something quite cheeky and geeky.
Yeah, that looked naughty.
Monster Smoke will hold our applause. It may not land. It didn't. So lucky we didn't get too excited about it, but the idea was there.
Yeah, and there's a perfectly good lineup that you can still throw the CSGO one.
Yes.
From just behind there.
So getting a little bit tricky with it. But there hasn't been a regress for information. It's something that ENCE have been doing quite well, is staying jarring, playing with these SMGs in the face. Well, it's mainly rifles and the shotgun in the hands of Diha. So if they were hoping for a response from ENCE, it hasn't happened. fnatic will just have to now group up, waltz over towards A. They've got util for an execute, 2 smokes available. Bank as well as dumpster a possibility. A molly for Dice, and there's that info play. So well timed from the in-game leader.
Nice shot from Nertz. Head hunting. Takes KRIMZ down, and there's a free frag as well. Sitting duck was Dexter. Unable to adjust in time. Afro's a dead man, and 6-6. It's all tied up. Dead even. A solid haul considering a lost pistol. fnatic.
can't explain. I can't explain it. I go insane when we get naked. Hold me down, never let me go. Take me in, I want you to show. Hold me down, never let me go.
What's going on, everybody? We got a second half for you. In the first map of this game, we're looking to lock ourselves to. They know they're going to meet the Aussie crowd. It's time to see who will be joining them with that privilege. It's ENCE and fnatic duking it out. And one hell of a haul on the T side of Overpass, no less, boasting 6 Souls Le Pistol. Let's get into it. Second half, I got Chatty B with me and Afro with some good T side AWPing to start us off.
Ooh, long aggression. D-Hart about to get a face full of lead. The P250 ringing out, but the push is coming. Multiple bodies spotted, and D-Hart rips away Roy.
Go on, Messi. That's a freebie.
That's
perfect timing on that.
That's the smoke.
No, it's his smoke. Didn't get to leave his hands. It's dropped by force. KRIMZ has picked D-Hart off, and now they're on the rotation. But look at this angle. This is destined for glory, destined for the double. I say that. He hasn't found it cleanly. He's running out on bullets and using that smoke to reload safely. Madden needs another one here. He still managed to pull it off, but finally they find him. And SunPayus got another 1 versus 2 clutch in him. He knows one's heaven's side. Dexter and Mezzi pushing in now. They have a smoke grenade. They'll throw that on the bomb. Starting to hold it. They know where he's coming from. If he could knock him off the defuse, he's done so. And just like that, the clutch comes through. SunPayus, 2 for 2 in the clutch.
Oh, that one is going to sting. The first time round when they lost the 1-on-2, I thought, okay, they're not going to tilt off that. But that gave away a pistol round where it felt they were destined to pick up. So a little bit disappointing here for fnatic. The black and yellow losing Madden. Just an absolute menace, delaying a lot of time, and then SunPayus in their face. The Glock looking great.
Did he get exposed with that first shot? Didn't he? Like,
that's what I thought. They didn't respond to it. Nobody. Yeah.
But also, I mean, in the guy in the smoke.
Yeah.
When he took that first shot, I think his body just got him exposed. Even if it wasn't in his direction. So here we go. USP's on long, and oh dearie me. There's the P2K as well. Mezzi's got the CZ, and he knows he's got at least one sitting duck. SunPayus. Awkward, very awkward round. fnatic with the eco victory. Overwhelmed with a stack on long.
Look at the smiles on the faces. How often are you winning what is essentially a full eco? I understand there are a few very, very light upgrades there, but that shoe on the other foot immediately. From the highs of a 1-on-2 pistol to the lows of getting full eco'd. Down to 1,400 loss.
Oh man. Wow, that could not have gone better. That could just not have gone any better.
The round was over at 1:24 seconds. So what, we saw 30 seconds, and by the time the fight came in, maybe 15 of that?
Madness.
They get a Galil somehow.
It was so joyous as well, understandably.
That was like Christmas coming.
Truly.
All of your Christmases at once.
I mean, they get to rock and roll with a SG into your third round of play here. Mezzi's laughing. Afro's AWPing. Yeah.
A flick in.
Woo!
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, flicks, man. They don't work in CS2. Oh. Unless you're Afro.
Unless you're Afro. He's going to hang around. He has the support of Roy.
Damage is done, though. The mission is complete.
And a win in this round is worth 2 for fnatic.
They haven't opted to pick up the bomb, or is the map bugged? Nope, they are straight up just
walking on by.
Interesting.
That's a problem for future Snappy and Co.
Right, okay. First of all, let's try and get a couple of kills, because right now we cannot have 5 alive, and they won't. It's nuts. Good, the good Deagle shot. Mezzi humbled after that pick. He does hit the first bullet out of the Krieg into SunPayus. Now the bomb retrieval mission.
See, future Snappy.
Yeah, there he is. Nerds has been tasked with trying to find a pick into the site. Smoked off on long, but that allows him to crawl, close the gap, and Afro. He's playing a forward position now.
Will Roy cover him? That's the question.
That is the biggest question. Dexter, woof, perfect. Just as Snappy lowered his crosshair for the clip.
That's a long barrel, Mr. Pinocchio.
Yeah, well, Roy gets it, and we'll pick up Afro's AWP, I would imagine.
He's got a great imagination. I can tell everybody at home, based off the avatars in the server, that Afro is a fan of Gaara from Naruto, and Nerds likes Jujutsu Kaisen.
Wow, you do know your animes.
What's your language, guys?
Come on now.
It's a family show.
Do you know who Nertz's profile picture is? I don't know that one.
Yeah, that's the blue-eyed guy from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
I should know his name.
Blue-eyed guy.
No, I should. Everybody loves.
Oh, Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Ah, yes.
Afro's got himself another opening. This time, a combination of his teammates' damage and HE well placed. Oh, good info for Roy. Happened to jiggle out just...
It's Gojo.
Ah, Gojo. Not to be confused with Jojo. That's
the Counter-Strike player from...
Oh. Yeah, no.
Oh, no, that's...
Gojo's, whatever it's called, Wild Carnival.
Kojo?
Kojo, yeah.
Is that the guy?
That's the
Flom's
guy.
friend?
He's on the internet. I've seen him on the Twitters. Oh, sorry, on the X. On X.
On X-Files.
X-Files, yeah.
Schmolder and Scully.
Damn, that's a reference for you guys.
Is it Schmolder or is it just Molder? A bit of molding going on with CS2 at the moment.
That's for sure.
Oh, Afro.
He's cool. For a second. Fires off a shot. Doesn't quite connect, but shouldn't be too much problems here. There you go.
Third time's the charm.
Well, this is not feeling fantastic for ENCE. They are being whittled away at one by one. Ah, that's the Glock for him. And that's another round for fnatic. Damn, ENCE have got both pistol wins and they're currently down 9-7.
Yes. It is quite impressive for fnatic with the amount of gun rounds they've been able to scoop up.
Check the kill spread as well, Chad. That's like super even Stevens across the fnatic board.
Oh, 3 the differential from top to bottom. KRIMZ at that high end, 13. 10 for Roy and Afro. And 12 for Dexter, 11 for Mezzy. And to be fair, on the other side of the server, it's not like there's any real slouch at the moment from the ENCE side. But as we see, the aggressive utility, so the smoke that we saw FaZe throwing, along with a molly towards Party. So the combination of the two help them get a bit more aggressive control and slow these timings down for the T's.
They're ready to brawl, aren't they? They've got Afro and Roy going looking beautiful. SunPayus is having a real tough day against this Afro AWP.
Well, they're happy to just stand and fight. They can hold essentially 2 different choke points. And sure, it was both KRIMZ for Matt and for SunPayus. And another kill. They just keep coming.
Just like that.
Isolating all. That's been 3 1v1s.
There's just no fun to be had here. I mean, that's a little bit of summon. They might overlook this position. Sorry, they will overlook this position. I can say that with certainty. But now the jig is up. And oh, he nearly had a second in him. Dexter, though, plucks him from the pack and just leaves Snappy bomb on his back. And he seems to have lost track. Mezzy relocating. Dexter closing. And we are getting rapidly close towards that magic number.
Yeah, and I think, again, returning to what you pointed out with the pistols, it has felt like fnatic's been in control of this game, despite the scoreline seeming somewhat close. And that has just been, in the gun rounds, they have looked a whole lot more solid. Even on some of these rounds, well, they've won a full eco on the CT side. On the T full eco, they had second round. KRIMZ got 3 kills.
That's true.
They started with the Glock. They pick up an MP9. They did a lot of damage. So, for me, fnatic looking like the much better team here on their choice of Overpass. We'll see if they can back that up on Anubis.
Double molly for the containment. This Afro-Roy duo. Let's see how they handle this.
Did they double molly Party? Sorry, Playground.
They did, they did.
So that's interesting.
And this is a tough one for Roy to swallow. He's gone down, but that rifle quickly removed from SunPayus' hands on the retrieval. Nearly 3 on the spray. Dexter, he's going to have to get out to reload, and it costs him his life on the relocation. Hold on now, Madden. Out of the monster tunnel. Uses that smoke as an invite to leave. And Afro, this is very forward. You don't need to be going so aggressive. He wants answers, but D has the bomb down there. This is not an angle that favors an AWP, but he'll post up on an aggressive line. So at least containing the potential. Eventually, he'll have to be concerned about the potential for fountain presence, but right now he's got the information. He knows majority towards this B side of the map.
Or the conviction,
with
the length of time that he was just standing and waiting in the sound queue. If DR has heard this, the back pedal will be noted, but the AWP still trained and bomb spotted, only tagged to 2 HP.
Yeah, that corner of the wall's done DR a favor. I think Afro's one to be feared right now, yeah. You can see the hesitance in ENCE to commit to this. They're trying to run him down. That's a great shot from Nerds. 30 seconds. Could be a plant, should be a plant. That molly forces a decision and Mezzy goes forward. They heard it, surely. Madden dead, 1 HP, a dink comes through. Mezzy finds it, doesn't have to rush this, but now the fight is taken to him. It's Nerds. And KRIMZ in a 1v1, and oh, he's got info. He hasn't seen him cross that side, so can operate under the assumption it's long side. Does he really want to go this way, though? That's going to rot a lot of the time off the clock. He has a kid.
I feel KRIMZ made a bathroom step, and now he's making more, so this will confirm Nerds' suspicions.
Yeah, he's going for the fight. Flash and go. KRIMZ dead. Nerds styles on him there. And that is exactly what ENCE needed. That's a little injection of momentum.
But again, that's somewhat in line with what a lot of the pros are saying right now in terms of the swinging or taking the peaks. Nerds understanding he's here. I want to make sure that I'm the one who's dictating when this fight's coming.
Right.
Uses that sound cue, flash, fight, kill, and you're away with it. So ENCE do get something done. Important clutch for Nerds.
Yeah, like that's not something you'd have ever seen him go.
Yeah, you would have let him tap the bomb, you would have played it, right? So
yeah,
you
wait, countdown 3, 4, take the fight, or do the flash at least, make some steps. But yeah, different lay of the land as it stands.
Still seeing a Krieg preference, 3 purchased right now on the T side.
I did just see some tweets about that.
There was SEO stats earlier this morning talking specifically about ENCE.
But what was interesting, and I believe is even more interesting with your feedback from the DM session, was that Nerds was the only one with zero Krieg or kills in that first game.
Yeah, I think
coming into today, obviously he's been grinding it in DM. It looks like he's feeling a bit more comfortable with it.
Now, I think one of the keys with having the scope available on the or the Krieger, it will make you feel more confident holding lines, which we're talking about being a bit of a difficulty. So it's just curious to see how this matures.
What am I saying, actually? Yeah, no, still on the AK-47. Not far off the mark on the nade.
Key round for both teams. Too much cash in the coffers. fnatic with a little bit more residual. Dexter with 4K remaining. Roy with 3.2, but the loss bonus for them only 1,900 going into the next. So keep that in mind regarding them losing the site and maybe opting for saves. But the first port of call looks like we'll see a duel towards long. Roy, this is forward, I would say.
It's most definitely forward.
It's Afro again.
He's alone. He's doing it on his own. He still gets one. Snappy.
Alex, Afro's 7-1 in opening duels.
Not surprised. Not surprised. He's actually nearly taken down another on long. Just misses the head narrowly. Will be forced to back away. And Nerds, ooh, nearly finished off the job. He connects a bullet, but not to the head. Afro, he's in trouble. Molly's spreading. Fight is taken. It's Nerds with a high impact frag. Looking for the rebuttal is Mezzy. Running out of bullets. Oh. It's good enough. Finds the head. Trade from Pius. Would love to see that bomb go down. It's on his back. Smoke down towards the dumpster. Dexter pushing, just swinging, gets him off the bomb, takes the head, and now awkward for the Madden clutch. A 1v2 demanded of him. Or fnatic secure 11, 2 away from taking their map pick. Afro opening duels going his way every day.
That's crazy. 7-1 in opening exchanges. Absolutely wild scenes. We have somebody like Roy who's like sitting at 0-4. It's the lion's share of opening kills in the server for Afro and for his team. There are only 2 other opening frags that Dex has found one and KRIMZ has found the other. It has all been the Frenchman in that regard. Great little scramble from the Aussie, making sure that this round does not get out of hand. They find themselves just 2 rounds away from this conversion.
Oof. A smorgasbord of weaponry now for ENCE to try and fight back.
Util that's just been thrown on B, especially by Snappy. It landed over towards CT/Graffiti. That's going to make you feel that there's a lot of B pressure. It has definitely facilitated a bit of a rotation from fnatic that is now being rejigged. They understand that the fight is not here yet. They have already filtered through a lot of Util. We all love a bit of awesome gaming gear.
Certainly do. There's some awesome gaming here from SunPayus. Walks straight out of the bathrooms, tames the spray. You can see that full left-hand drag that the Krieg demands.
He's going to feel so frustrated. I think he had the sound cue of a dink onto Roy as well.
Right. And yet still got 50 HP to work with. That's a perfectly tough... What? They just passed each other, took a different duel each, and yep, that's gone horribly wrong for ENCE. This is just looking far too comfortable for fnatic. They're certainly looking like the stronger squad on Overpass.
Yeah, it's all been about the gun rounds here for fnatic. Fantastic work, setting themselves up. One map advantage more than likely now, as they will scrap together whatever they can on the T side for ENCE.
Just don't know if we've got B Stream fans in the chat. I don't want to spoil it for you if you're going to go back and watch it later, but it
got close.
It got close, sincerely. Very, very close. Worth a watch for sure.
Just to note, ENCE have burned their final timeout of regulation, but necessary if they do want to take this. 4 rounds consecutive required to take this to overtime, and then once we make it to overtime, there will be the replenishment. They will get an extra timeout in the OT. And there's that SunPayus frustration that I was discussing. He did make a fantastic opening frag with that little crab walk and Krieg. Find the follow-up. And I discussed the double mollies in towards Playground before. I'm not sure if that was intentional from fnatic, but I did see a tweet from MC. This was back in early October, and he was saying you die 40% faster to a double Molotov in CS2 than you do in CSGO.
Okay.
40% is a lot.
A lot. I mean, dare I say it's nearly 50%. Is Afro going to really end this map with a 100% success rate at opening?
Well, no, he doesn't have 100%.
Oh, he's died, has he?
Yeah, he's given away 2.
Okay, cool. So 7-2 as it stands.
But still, insane impact.
Wait, there's number 3. Thank you very much, Snappy, using that scope on the Krieg to even the odds out a little bit. And they needed that, considering a couple of them limping with pistols and MAC-10s, Nerds.
Oh!
Upgrades, hits him in the face. Diha with that Molotov gets himself a rifle. And a 2-man advantage. This should boil out nicely for ENCE. They have an advantage, and fnatic immediately, their knee-jerk reaction is roll those dice and gamble.
Yeah, they might even re-aggress. Of course they do. Snappy, more than noted now. How many more bodies will be thrown in his direction? The bomb's still quite far back as... Oh, Madman. This is good timing. Won't be expected.
No, not ready. Oh, and a clean one to the head. Roy gone. Truck ready. One back from Mezzy, but there's another for Nerds. Gets rid of that AWP, and just KRIMZ standing between ENCE and a 9th. This will just be their 3rd T-side round, and it's all must win from here. They need a run of 4.
Well, that's the problem, right? fnatic had a fantastic first half. A huge haul on their map choice, and it is going to make things extremely difficult for ENCE to get back into this.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of the buy, right, these last couple of rounds were the perfect opportunity to find that close. It was MAC-10, P250. Now, however, ENCE, they've got themselves quite comfortable. Now, close it out nicely.
Yeah, Nerds is having a good game as well. 17 kills for him in total. Now... Oh, okay. We're going to go 4 long.
Wow, you've got better ears than I do. I need to turn on my PGM.
I think it will only be partial investment. Well, actually, I'm not sure. This is the type of situation with the 1900 loss. If they do take a full eco on the players around the 2K mark where they can buy into the next, they've even got heaps of cash on a player like Roy. So you might see him drop the AWP to Afro and see if he can continue this success. And I did hear right. Next, calling 4 long.
It worked once.
Will it work again?
I'm not so sure. I think he's a little bit more hesitant. You know, once bitten, twice shy. Flash will come over.
Might be too deep.
Oh, it actually that makes them fight. They go looking for it. So Madman's the only one particularly low. They landed some bullets onto him, but so far so good. And just running and gunning. Tech 9, the perfect weapon to do just that. 5 alive for ENCE as they do find another. We said 4, well, halfway there.
Well, is Afro on the AWP finding an opening killer win condition? I think we're about to find that out. They're able to facilitate that with the cash that were left over for fnatic. So with the save, oh, you see this though. KRIMZ is having to play with an auto shotgun. We are
What
going
do you mean having to play. Oh, I guess someone had to drop it for him or something because he spent 4,100.
Yeah, so
yeah, okay.
It's just a little bit rough around the edges, and the problem is next round, if they lose this one, I think it'll be 2,400 as the loss bonus. So losing a site early will be a death sentence. SunPayus will find the opener on the AWP this time round. ENCE, they're bringing this back.
They are overtime. Getting close now. You saw his corpse. Check out that SunPayus pick. Perhaps we caught it in the replay. We'll see.
Oof.
Yeah, Roy's
committed. Fortunate to get away.
He is happy to be taking these duels, though, standing in these open.
This might have to be a gamble call from Dexter. Hey, let's just stack on a site. If we lose the other bomb site, we save, and then we have guns for the final round. So 3 players over towards A.
SunPayus is searching, but Afro's AWP has now managed to equalize. 45 for ENCE to find the site. Flash goes high. Bomb spotted on the cross back. Roy, that's good information at the very least. Dexter might be calling for raid.
30 seconds. The decision will have to be made
shortly.
shortly.
Gamble B. They're on their way. The whole squad's rotating in. So, yeah, unless ENCE pivot, this is going to be an all-out brawl. Can fnatic close here? Dexter, first man on the scene.
Bomb's going back.
Oh, well, that's it. That's the round. Nice pick onto Nerds. D has going to be there as well.
Roy's still here.
Roy didn't leave.
14 seconds.
Roy didn't leave. Now he's managed to activate. Catches the long player. If he can just deny the plant, SunPayus will be helpless. He has done so. The round is done. The game continues, but fnatic are a map up. One away from the playoffs. One away from Dexter in front of the home crowd. ENCE. They need to turn it around. And this series has only just begun.